Hey, Bryn here. Now, cooking with a dirty oven can stink up your kitchen and really sour your food. So let me show you how you can give your oven a really good clean and get that freshness back. When it comes to cleaning ovens, I'm not really a fan of all that hard work and elbow grease. I'd much rather let the oven cleaner do the hard work for me. And the key here is to use a really good quality oven cleaner, something that can break down all that baked on fat. Plug time? Something like this WPro oven and grill cleaner is perfect. It'll do the job fantastically, plus it doesn't contain any ammonia, so none of those nasty strong odours that oven cleaners often have. Now, before we start doing anything, make sure you switch the oven off at the mains. Also, if you're using a caustic ammonia-based oven cleaner, make sure you open all the windows to ventilate heavily and make sure that no pets can get into the kitchen. Also, no matter what sort of oven cleaner you're using, always wear rubber gloves. I've taken the shelves out and put them in the sink, but I want to give the door a clean too. And I want to give it a really good clean and get to all those gunky, hard to reach areas, and that means taking the door off. Now I'm going to show you how to remove an oven door that uses a rotating latch hinge. This is the hinge system used in the vast majority of oven doors, but if yours is different, you'll need to refer to your user manual. So take a flathead screwdriver and use it to help lift up these latches. With these open, you can simply lift the door out. I've already taken the shelves out, but I want to grab out the shelf support and the seal. So with everything removed, it's time to get spraying. Now you want to cover as much of the inside of the oven as possible. However, you don't want to spray either side of the oven walls, and that's because these are called catalytic liners and are actually self-cleaning. So clean themselves every time the oven's hot. So while the oven's doing its thing, I've put the shelves, the tray and the shelf supports in a tub and I can give them a good old spray. Now if, however, you're using a really caustic oven cleaner, you can do this outside. So now I can turn my attention to the oven door. Now I'm actually going to take the oven door apart so I can clean behind these layers of glass. Now you may or may not be able to do this depending on the make and model of your oven, but on this one I can separate the layers using a crosshead screwdriver. Now when it comes to dismantling your oven door, you'll need to make a note of which way round the door glass is facing. You see, oven door glass is often heat treated, but only on one side. So when it comes to reassembling the oven door, you'll need to know which way round is the correct way. Put all the glass pieces in your tub, and then give them a good old dousing with the oven cleaner, and then leave well alone. And I really do mean leave it alone for at least 2 hours. If you're going out for the day, you can always do it in the morning, then finish off when you get back home. The longer you leave the cleaner to work, the more work it'll do for you. So I'm going to use a coarse sponge just to scour any tough areas that haven't succumbed to all that oven cleaner. And then I'm going to use a whole heap of kitchen paper just to wipe that sludge away. And the same story for the doors and shelves. As mentioned before, when replacing the door, make sure that you reassemble the glass the right way round. And don't forget to put the seal back on. To replace the door, simply line up the hinges and open the door fully. And then here's the really important bit. You must make sure these hinges are pushed back in so they're locked. If these aren't locked, then the door won't be safe. When they're done, you can close the door up. Lastly, we can ensure that any remaining cleaner is burnt off by turning the power back on and setting the oven to a high heat for around 30 minutes. If your oven has a self-cleaning mode, now is the time to use it. There you go, looking lovely. To order any cleaning products like WPro or to book your local Indesit engineer, visit indesitservice.co.uk.